Hello everyone and thanks for joining. So today we are going to do one interesting project. Either you are working as a data engineer or the data analyst. There is one kind of the requirement which you will generally get to see, that is a report generation or the dumps generation. So generally the stakeholders will ask you to give me a daily report or the weekly report or the monthly report so that they can track their business, how their sales is happening on a daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis, or how actually their product is behaving. So as a data engineer or the data analyst, what you have to do, you have to create a dumps or you have to create one report so that, and you have to share with your stakeholders so that they can see how actually the things are working. So that kind of the thing which we are going to do in this particular video. Okay, at the end we will try to see how actually we can create one report. So if anyone is selecting from this drop down like weekly, so it will generate the weekly report. If anyone is selecting a monthly, it will generate the monthly report. You can see the bottom monthly report is getting generated. If anyone is selecting the daily report, it will generate. Okay, if you are new in this particular channel, please do support so that the more videos like this I'll try to post. So let us try to understand the agenda and let's see how actually we are going to do. So our agenda is like we have a sales data that is available in a CSV file. So I have one of the data sets. In that data set I have a CSV file on which multiple dates are present and their sales is present and their city is present. So what we have to generate, we have to generate a report on a daily basis, weekly basis and a monthly basis. Create a notebook using a Databricks. So we will use a Databricks. We will create one notebook there. Okay, and on that notebook we will provide one drop down. So if they will select the daily, so it will generate the last day report. If they will select the weekly, so it will generate the last week report. If they will select the monthly, it will generate the last month report. So that is how actually we are going to do. Okay, so let us start with the practical part. So this is my Databricks notebook. What I will do, first I will try to create a data. First I will try to load the data. So I'll go to the data, create a table. We are going to create a table. Okay, and I will try to load this particular sales file. I will click on the create table with UI. So we are going to create table with UI. Create a cluster. So cluster you have to create, you have to go to the compute and you have to create a cluster. I have already created a cluster, so that's why it is already showing. And after that click on the preview table and it is giving me what is the table name. So I will give the table name as a sales table. Okay, you can give any table name. Database is default, file type is CSV. I will select the first row as header. Now you can see this is the particular table. So what I will do, I'll just click on the create table. Our sales table will be ready. After that we will try to create a report so that it will automatically generate the daily, weekly and the monthly. You can see this is the sample data we have. Now what I will do, I will go to my notebook. Okay, so this is the notebook. I have created a notebook. So you have to click on the create and you have to create a notebook. So this is the notebook I have created. So if I show you my data first, so this is in Python. Okay, first let me switch into the SQL. If you will switch into the SQL, you can write any kind of the SQL query. Okay, so if I write select star from sales, I will show you the data and I will just execute. You can see we have ID, we have a date, we have a sales and we have city. So if I will show you, select minimum date and the maximum date from sales table. Okay, from 27th of August to till date we have a data. Okay, now what actually we are going to do, we are going to generate a report. What I will do for that, I will write a one Python code. Okay, so what you have to do, if you have to write a Python, you have to write %python. Okay, so that actually you have to write so that you can write any kind of the Python code. After that what we will do, we will write dbutils. We are creating one drop down. Okay, widgets drop down. So this is a Databricks one of the function. Okay, you have to remember dbutils widget drop down, and after that if you have to write a time period. Okay, time period means we are creating one drop down name as a time period. Okay, and the by default value we will give as a weekly, and also we are going to generate the weekly and the monthly, right? So that actually you have to mention here. So we are going to generate the monthly, weekly and the daily. So what I have written, dbutils widget drop down. Okay, time period, and by default I am passing the weekly and these are the reports I am actually generating: monthly, weekly, and the daily. Time period, I will create one, okay, and I will get the value dbutils dot get and the time period value period. Okay, so what I am doing, I am creating one drop down. Here the value will be the monthly, okay, monthly, weekly, and the daily, and the by default the weekly will be selected, and that actually I am storing into the time period. So if I will execute this, okay, you can see if I executed this, there is one drop down which got created. This is saying like the weekly, monthly, and the daily. Automatically it got created. Okay, so what actually we had to do, if I select on the monthly, it should be generate a monthly report. If I select the daily, it should generate the daily report. That's how actually I had to do. Okay, daily, weekly, monthly report. So what is the today? Based on the today's report date only, I will try to generate a report. Okay, so what I will do, today equal to the date dot today. Today equal to, I am giving one name, today equal to the date dot today, and I will also insert some of the library. Okay, from date time. These are the things you have to import first. Okay, so that you can use all the dates things and all. Import date, time delta, and the date time. Okay, so what I am giving, today equal to the date dot today, and if I will print today, right, let me see whether it's giving me correct date or not. You can see this is giving me the today's date. You can see today's date is 2023 11/11, right? So it is giving me the today's date. So today means it is giving the today's date. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to create one report. So if anyone is selecting from a time period, weekly, monthly data, based on that it should be generate a report. So what I will do, if time period equal to the weekly, okay, if anyone is selecting time period weekly, so it should give me the, it should generate me the report, right? So what I will do, I'll create a variable start date. Okay, so what I will do, from a today, so weekly means it should generate the last week report. Okay, so if it is a 11, so last week report is like Sunday to the Saturday, means 29th of October to the 4th of November. So this is the report, right? So if I am in 18th, so it should generate a 5 to the 11th, means last week whatever the range period, right, it should give me that report. Okay, so what I am writing, start date will be, if anyone is selecting the weekly, then the start date will be the today minus time delta. So these are the libraries, okay, functions. Okay, so that actually I am using days equal to the today dot, I'm trying to get the last week data. Okay, so for that I am writing a code. Let me write first, then I will explain you. Okay, start date, and the end date will be the start date plus time delta days equal to the 6. Okay, now if I will just try to print, if I will try to print a start date or the end date. Okay, now if I'll execute this, okay, so what we have to write, time period equal to the weekly. Okay, if the time period anyone is selecting the weekly, let's print the start date and the end date. Okay, let me select the weekly now. Okay, if I'll select the weekly, you can see if anyone is selecting the weekly, it is giving me the time range, and the time range it is giving me the 29th to the 4th. Okay, similarly we will give one more condition. Okay, we will give one more condition, elif. Okay, if the time period is monthly, if anyone is selecting monthly here, okay, then what we will do, we will write one more code so that it will generate the month data. Okay, so what we will write, we will write the first equal to the today dot replace equal to the 1. Okay, and what I will write, and date first minus Okay, so there are multiple ways through which actually you can generate a report. Just I am showing you how actually I am writing a code. Okay, but there are different ways you can also you can do that. Okay. 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 So what I have written, if time period is a weekly, so what I am writing, I am generating a last week data. Okay, so start date with the last week starting date and end date with the last week end date. So if time period is a monthly, so what I am writing, the last month first date data and the last month end date data. Okay, so that actually I am doing. Okay, otherwise else start date equal to the today minus time delta days equal to the 1 and end date equal to the start date. Okay, so what I have written, okay, if anyone is selecting the weekly, so it will generate a last week data. Okay, if anyone is selecting monthly, it will generate the last month data, last month start date and end date. If anyone is selecting the daily, it will generate the last date data. So today is 11th, right? So if anyone is selecting a daily, so it will generate the last date data, that is a 10th. Okay, so let me execute and let me show you. Okay, so if I have selected the weekly from here, you can see what is the starting date. Starting date is the 29th of October and end date is the 4th of November. Okay, so if I select the monthly, if I select the monthly, you can see it is giving me the 1st of October to the 31st of the October, 1st of October to the 31st of the October. Okay, and if I select the daily, it is giving me error. Let me see, it should be time delta. I think I have written a time underscore delta. Okay, so if I select the daily, it is giving me it and the end date. Okay, now let us try to write a code. Let us try to write a one SQL code. So what I will write is spark.sql. Okay, and I will use a select sum of sale from sales table. Okay, where date between start date and the end date, and end date. Okay, so that is how we have to write, and a triple quote here. So what we will write, display, so that it will display. Okay, now let me execute. You can see when I am selecting a daily, okay, it is giving me total sum of the sales is like a 51064. Means on the last date, what was the sales? It was sales the 51064. If I select the weekly, what was the last week sales? It is giving me that report. If I select the monthly, it will give me the what was the last month sales. Okay, so suppose if I want to know the based on the city. Okay, if I want to know based on the city, so what I will do, sum of the city, and I will do group by city also. Okay, so if I selected the monthly, it will generate the monthly how the sales of some of the sales is happening on the multiple city. Okay, you can see some of the sales based on the city, based on the monthly. If I select the weekly, what they have to do, if they want a daily report, they want to know, so they have to select the daily. Okay, and they have to once they will select the daily, you can see this got executed for the daily. Okay, if they will select the weekly, even they don't have to execute, it will generate a report for the weekly. If they will select the monthly, it will generate a report for the monthly. Okay, so that is how it will work. Yeah, that's it in this. Thank you.